are fucking fun, pal. Factor that fucking in to your druggo fucking offensive type. Health fucking warning. There ain't a lot that's fun, pal. Old age and school and dreams of a life that will never be. Sexless nights, wasted schemes. Your horizon still receding. Speeding hope that's fruitless. Sudden cliff and skidding. Then descent to twisted rest.
Sacred temple of the Emperor Buddha, serene and total peace.
They're not fun.
I'm shocked that the fucking Outlaw Tournament's not on IWTV, but whatever. But what was I going to say? I tried the last time I saw you was fucking... When was it? KCW?
2 Kumites ago.
Yeah, 2 Kumites. Yeah, I was fucking wrecked.
Yeah, we all fucking wrecked.
That's fine, man. No, but I've just got like a little list of questions. I'm going to try and put these out. I've got like yourself, Joe, Neil Diamond Cutter and stuff, and I've got them all. I'm going to try and put them out as like one not like all separate videos, but like as one thing next week. But
Yeah,
anyway.
cool.
But yeah, I'll just try and make it like casual, like conversations. Cause I don't just want to make it like a basic interview thing. But the only first sort of basic question I'll ask you is like, how did you get into death matches? Like actually like watching them and stuff before you got into like obviously competing in them.
Oh, getting into deathmatch, that's an awkward one because, like, as I told you personally, but one of my favourite wrestlers was Raven, and I always wanted to do the style of wrestling that Raven did. And I always told myself that I'd take one light tube, and it'd be the finish.
Yeah.
And then I took so many years out of wrestling, and then when I came back very quickly, Big Joe talked me into doing a hardcore match, and he wanted to take a bump through the light tubes, but because Big Joe wears the shirt and Michael Caden wears the shirt and the shorts, and
You want to get the collar, yeah.
Nothing else. So I was like, boom, I've got to take it. If I'm not winning, I have to go through the tubes, and then from there it just barreled out of control.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool though, man. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's the thing. I've asked everybody, and everybody's like, so looked at me like, oh fuck's sake. So if you've got like, you'd probably be different from me as well. Is you a Mount Rushmore of wrestling, and a Mount Rushmore of deathmatch wrestling. If you'd have to pick 4 people that you would put as your sort of like 4 favourites for each separate. I mean, obviously the deathmatch guys can be in the wrestling one as well, but I think they're very, very different.
No, they definitely are different. I'll start with the deathmatch one because that's a bit easier off the top of my head. I'd say it would be Terry Funk.
Yep.
It would be Sick Nick Mondo. I'd put Onita in there.
Yeah.
And I'd probably put Matt Tremont in there as well.
Well, yeah, I'm fucking very, very much looking forward to him coming down for you guys and for those fucking shows. That'll be fucking sick.
Yeah. I can't wait, mate.
That'll be amazing. I was still kind of like, I said this to Joe as well. I'm like, I don't know, those fucking Iger Studio shows are going to be fucking packed. That's going to be busy, busy, busy. And I'm like, oh, Jesus, because Games of Death 2 is fucking heaving. So I suppose it kind of keeps it all in the one city for people travelling, I guess, for the shows. But it's gonna be fucking. Those shows are gonna be insane.
It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be very tight.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad.
And bear in mind, upstairs doesn't have any bathrooms. There's no showers. There's nothing.
I didn't know that. I expected like you used to at least have like a little shitter or something. But so you guys have got to like come down to the public fucking toilets or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, or like a 4-litre bottle of water.
Yeah, piss in like a bucket or something. That's fucking shit, man. But it'll still be good anyway. And then we'll say for your 4 like Mount Rushmore wrestlers as opposed to deathmatch wrestlers.
My Mount Rushmore of wrestlers would be it'd have to be Hogan. Mm-hmm. It'd probably be Flair.
Yep.
I'd probably put Stone Cold, or I'd probably put Cena.
Cena as well, really? Oh yeah.
No, I love Cena. I've loved Cena since day one. I thought he was phenomenal.
When he did the slap. When he came in.
Back then, he's like the thing is, the best baby faces started off as heels anyway, you know?
Well, yeah, true. No, that's interesting, man. No, I was mine for like my deathmatch stuff, so it would be Havoc, Takeda, Kasai, and Nick Gage, and then usually for like my wrestling stuff's kind of the same as my deathmatch. Would be Sabu, Terry Funk, Raven, and
yeah. You said yeah.
I've for some reason, and I don't know why, but I've always been a big massive mark for Stevie Richards. I don't know why. I just like him. I liked him when he was like. Do you remember like? Were you watching like back when he was like with Victoria, and he used to like dress up in a dress and stuff.
And she had like the mad eye thing in the
and like, but he was in like Right to Censor, and he was in ECW, and I used to love Stevie Richards. But anyway, but going forward from that as well. So I was just gonna go through like, because for me, I don't know if it's the same for a lot of people. Like, I only really got into Rise just before the lockdown happened. I think I only really got into Rise via Joe being in that Tournament of Death with Cass.
Yeah,
Because
one, yeah.
I'd never, like, for me, I was like, holy shit, there's death matches in the UK. Because Rise wasn't really, like, overly well, like, advertised, really. No,
if you knew about it, you knew about it, but if you didn't, it was
So it's like, it's good for, like, this show that's coming up on Sunday and stuff. But, like, that was, so my first Rise show was that Outlaw Cup, where I met you and I met Joe and everything for the first time in Niagara Studios. So I'm just going to say, what did you feel about wrestling Joe in that match? Because I got a video of that where that fucking glass went fucking everywhere. That was a good fucking match.
Fucking hell, to start with, I watched that match for the first time about 4 days ago.
Really? Fucking hell.
Like, yeah, I hate watching my stuff back. I watched it again because I was throwing around some stuff. Like, very happy with it. But me and Joe have wrestled each other, like, probably like 50 times over the last 10 years, because we started at the same time. So we did, when we were first starting out, and all we could do was a wrist lock. We were wrestling each other back then.
Yeah.
So it's always easy. It's always fun, and it's always hard, you know?
Yeah.
It hurts. It fucking hurts.
Like that when, I think you put Joe through that glass, and like my girlfriend was with me at that show, and she fucking hates deathmatch wrestling. And she was like hiding in the toilet, and she said there was so much glass that it went like underneath the toilet door and shit. I was loving it. I was like, cover me in as much shit as want it. That was a great match.
I should have put the glass on the other side.
No, but it was good. It was good for like, nobody got blinded or anything, so it was fine. And then the next match, because it was like a mini tournament between you and the Outlaw guys, was the first ever UK 200 lighttube deathmatch with you and Lou Nixon, which is fucking awesome. So what do you think about that?
All I remember from the match itself was it was impossible to stand up. It was like being on ice. But the minute the glass was on the floor, you could not stand up. You put your foot down, it was just skidding.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you're not even landing flat, you're hitting the ground and you're sliding.
It was a good fucking match. And there was razor wire, I think, at one point.
Yeah, there was a little razor wire board.
I was like, Jesus, that's fucking dangerous. I was like, holy fuck, fucking razor wire. But, no, I remember, so that was my first experience of being at a Rise show, and I'm sure... Was that the same show where we would have had Darwin got like a strip from Bulk?
Yeah, it was Darwin and Priscilla.
Yeah, Darwin and Priscilla. So
yeah,
that was like my favourite. Like I just thought it was fucking awesome for that show. But yeah, that's my first introduction to Rise. But it's like you're saying, like if you don't know about Rise, like you don't really know about it.
No.
So it's always good to give fucking Rise promotion, because it's been fucking. When was the last show? April, I think.
Yeah, it's like good 6 months ago. And that was Outlaw Cup, and no one's seen it. So.
Well, that's what it shocks me, man. It's like I don't understand why they've not put that on IWTV, and that seems fucking bizarre to me.
Well, I'm sure it's coming. It's coming.
I was gonna say,
probably the best show we ever did.
Yeah, 100%. I was there. I was just kind of wandering around filming whatever, and I said to somebody like, "Can I go up on the stage and film stuff?" They're like, "Yeah, sure, it's Rise. Don't ask anyone." I was like, oh, "Okay." I was like, "Fine, that's fine." Are you gonna have the tapes and the DVDs and shit with you when you go on Sunday?
I'll have some tapes. I won't have Outlaw Cup, obviously, but there'll be some God 2 and there'll be some God 1s.
That's right. I'll probably pick them. I'll probably pick them off you at the thing. There's not a pre-show, is there? No, I don't think there is.
Not now I know of.
No.
Show. It starts in the
afternoon,
so I doubt it.
It's the afternoon, so that's fine. No, but I'll find time to come and pick stuff up, because I've never been to that building before, but it seems alright.
No, it's the first time Rise has ever been there. So
yeah.
I think it's like a proper music venue. So
it says it's like 600 capacity. So I mean, I assume it'll be a very, very good show. It'll be the first time. Obviously, a lot of the guys love Rise, so I haven't seen you since fucking April. I think the last show was that family-friendly show with Cologne.
Yeah, that was the day after, wasn't it?
Yeah, they're like balloons and shit. Yeah, I fucked that out. And then I think the next show was Games of Death, where you were meant to wrestle. I've got the poster somewhere, but I can't fucking remember who it was. Who were you meant to wrestle first? Was it Cass?
No, originally, like before the lockdown, before the pandemic and the world ended, it was supposed to be Schlack.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Originally it was Schlack, and then the world stopped for 2 years.
Yep.
And then it was Casanova Valentine.
Yep.
And then he couldn't fly because his passport was nicked or something like this.
And then Cameron Solace.
Pardon me.
No, that's okay, man.
Yeah. So Casanova couldn't come in, but Cameron Solis stepped up to the plate.
match.
And did a great job.
Yeah, definitely. That was the first match I saw. I was marking it like a little fucking cunt in the crowd because he used my bundles that I took that I brought all the way down with me. I was like, oh my god, they used my shit. Yeah, but that match was really, really fucking good. Cameron Solis is a very, very fucking underrated wrestler because he was against fucking Joe at one of the TNT things in the open round. I was like, holy shit, this guy can fucking go. But I don't know if he's taken like a step back or something from wrestling just now or something like that.
Yeah, I think at the moment he's just taking a step away, but he'll be back because like no one ever leaves forever, do they?
You can't retire. It's like the Terry Funk syndrome. You can never retire. I'm just being nosy and just kind of looking at the stuff that you've got behind you. Are they PS1 games just above your head?
These
Yeah.
all PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
That side is all just TAT.
Uh-huh.
And above it is PS2, PS3, and you can't see on camera, but above that is like Mega Drive and stuff.
Oh, you're like a big like video games collector and shit then?
Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff. A lot of it's from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
At least half the PlayStation games are car boot finds.
Ah, okay.
We got wait a minute. Give me a second.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
This.
Oh my
is
god.
That's all PSP games.
Jesus Christ.
It's like stuff like Street Fighter Alpha and stuff.
Oh yeah. I didn't realize you're into like video games and shit, man. I've still got 2 GameCubes underneath my TV because when I was very, very young, like my mum and dad like split up, and then I like sort of used them against each other to get 2 GameCubes, so I didn't have to keep taking it between houses and shit. No, man, that's pretty fucking cool. Fucking hell, some fucking collection up there as well. What was I going to say? And then for the 4-way for that Games of Death as well was the Outlaws and Iceman. And I felt really bad for that because I took that pane of glass that Iceman went through and he fucked his back. I don't think it was the glass. I think it was more landing on the concrete floor might have fucked him. But
no, it must have been. The thing is, like you'd have seen yourself, but
yeah.
When we try to break that glass, it never breaks.
Yep.
But when Iceman hit it, it was like paper and it just went right through it.
Oh god, yeah. I felt so bad because I spoke to him when I was at the Outlaw Tournament and I was like, I felt so bad. But he seemed fine about it and stuff. But yeah, a nasty fucking bump. Do you enjoy that match? 'Cause I thought it was pretty fucking good. I was wrecked beyond this point, but when the main event came on.
Oh, I was so hungover. I don't remember much of it, but it was alright.
Were you guys out the night before? I take it for.
Yeah, because we did a show the night before.
Yeah.
And I think the show the night before was me and Joe versus I don't know their tag name, but it's B.A. Rose and Jack Turner.
Yeah.
And we were fighting all around outside and stuff, but like, we went on the piss and like I woke up and I was dead. So.
I was going to say that because that weekend there was like 2 or 3 shows, but Rise never announced them until like really late on, so I couldn't get time off work because there was like Schlack against Darwin was the same night that match was.
Friday,
yeah, on the Friday, because I would have 100% went down to that, and I think on the Sunday there was going to be some sort of thing in a bar. Or something?
Oh yeah, there was a bar fight. I think that was Lou Nixon and Heidi Katrina. But like, I know, I wasn't even aware of that. But I had to work the Monday morning, so.
Yeah, but it's because they announced it so late. It was like me and my friend who's like he's never really watched Deathmatch Wrestling. That was his first Deathmatch show. He was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll come down with you. But we only like knew last minute or so. I was like, shit, like I would have got another hotel and everything. Well, but yeah, did you enjoy that match though? Because it was pretty fucking good.
Which one was that? Which match? Sorry.
The main event with you, Joe.
Yeah. Honestly, I haven't watched it back because I never watch anything back unless I have to.
Yeah.
But like I've heard good things, and I know I didn't come backstage thinking "fuck me," so, so that's a good sign.
No, you did fucking amazing, man, as well. Same with Joe and everything. I was lost my shit because for me and a lot of people like I don't know Rise or whatever, don't even know who he is. My favorite wrestler in the UK is fucking Leonardo Darwin. And when he was fucking beating up Jack and he was going to throw him over the stairs that was fucking excellent. Then he won the title and everything. I was lost my shit. And then I'm sure afterwards I tried to like buy a t-shirt or something off you and I was wrecked. And I didn't have any like money in my pocket and like my PayPal wouldn't work on my phone and everything. Fucking hell. But hey-oh. And then I was going to say, just to go forward as well, how did you get involved with the Kumite guys?
Oh, the Kumite guys, that dates back before the pandemic. So BWR, who's a little bit further north, they sent some guys down. It was like they did some promotional stuff.
Yeah.
And Malachi, who's one of the guys who runs Kumite, was with them.
Yeah.
And I think he got a taste for deathmatch wrestling a bit more than BWR did.
Mm-hmm.
And like, just a couple of different times after the shows, I was hanging out with him, having some beers and shit, and he started talking about it. And I know he wanted it to be, to begin with, him and his mate Fletch. They wanted it to just be no ring stuff.
Yeah.
But people keep getting those shows cancelled.
Yeah.
And the problem is, when there's no ring, it's so easy to cancel the show. But the minute you put a ring up, it becomes a lot more professional.
Yeah.
So I think they will go back to no ring.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
at the moment, it's ring shows.
But for yourself, would you have a preference? Like, do you mind doing no ring shows, or do you think they're like a little bit more like taxing and all over the place, or do you like doing like some no ring stuff?
I think the quality of the match is far better when you have a ring. I think sometimes the footage is better with no ring, but
Yeah.
you put a ring in there, you can do more stuff. You can go in and out, you can run and stuff. You know, it's a lot better.
Seems to be for me trying to look for places to do something. I sent away for a license, by the way. But then it's obviously you need licenses for fucking everywhere. So it's different. It's like if I want to run a show in Glasgow, I need a license for Glasgow as opposed to different councils and fucking. It's a lot more. See, like when you're in your head, you're like, I want to run something, and then you're like, oh fuck, there's so much like tape and fucking just red tape and shit that you need to go through and everything. But I think that a no ring show would probably be a lot easier to put on.
It's a lot cheaper.
A lot cheaper,
Definitely
yeah.
A lot cheaper. But then you run against the council and other wrestlers.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, other people who cancel shows. It's a lot easier to cancel the show.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, that first match, the first time I saw Alton Thorne was you, Joe, and him.
Yeah, first time I seen Alton Thorne, even though I met him a couple of times.
Yeah.
I never remembered him.
Oh man, he's a fucking crazy guy. I really like Alton Thorne as well. But that match,
I'm a big fan.
he's great, man. He's really, really good. That match would have been, I think it was like Joe had like 2 shows or something, then he sort of appeared out of nowhere, like covered in blood for that show. Do you remember that match? Do you think it was decent? I think.
No, I remember that match. I watched that match I watched that match back like the next day, or the couple of days afterwards, because me and Alton were in the back and we didn't think Joe was going to make it.
Just going to be you two guys, probably, yeah.
Yeah, and then Joe makes it, obviously, and then me and Joe spent a good 30 minutes looking for his car after the show.
Yeah.
We're walking all over Derby, and his car, it was parked right by the venue.
That well, man, that's the
wrong way.
The night I met you and we were in after the KCW show. The night before it was me, Malachi, Fletch, and Callum Butcher went out to that fucking what's it called, Suds and Soda.
Oh yeah.
And I was drinking in there. I left. I was like, fuck it, it's fine. I'll find the hotel and that. It was only a fucking like 8-minute walk. It took me about an hour and 45 minutes to get back because I was wasted. I didn't know where it was because it's like when you stay in a hotel, you're like, there's a Premier Inn. It's kind of like obvious. But if you're in an Airbnb, it's just a fucking house. You don't pay attention to what it looks like. You're wandering around. You don't know anything. But that happened to me the same night as well. But fucking Derby's a kind of like a maze to try and find anywhere. But I mean that the Vines beer garden place. That place is quite nice. I mean, it's nice
Sorry, say again?
It's nice for a wrestling show.
I love dive bars. It's a dive bar. I love dive bars. It's for wrestling, it's perfect. But it's only perfect from say April, September, isn't it?
Yeah, because I think they said something to me that they're probably going to run in November, but it's going to be inside. So that's probably better, yeah. Because fuck that. Because I even saw that did you see GCW's thing with Gage and Moxley?
Yes, yeah.
And for some unknown reason, they had to run outside. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but like it's fucking October, like.
Yeah, but how cold could that have been? Like,
because
it's not Derby in October.
It's not Derby, yeah, but true. But they're like right beside the sea and everything. I was like, I don't know. I thought that was a bit shady because it was like so last minute. I was like, I don't think they booked that.
No, yeah, I think there was something going on there.
Yeah, I don't think they really booked that venue. But anyway, what was I going to say? And then for Kumite as well, you got to wrestle one of the fucking best in the world, and won when you wrestled fucking Alex Colon, which was crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. When they told me I was working him, I was very surprised. But I know they had faith in me, and so I weren't going to argue.
Oh man, it was a great match as well, and I wrote a review of that, even though I wasn't at the show. I got the Deathmatch Outlaws, shout out to them, fucking some of the nicest guys in the fucking world. I'd done a review of you and him and their second magazine. Have you got your one yet?
No, I haven't got the second magazine yet, but
it'll
come.
It'll come.
I got the first magazine. I think I was the last person to get it. But.
Well, I mean, I did a review of you and Cologne for that match. Is where Danny asked me to do that for that match. But that.
Tell you what, I did. I got a PDF version, but I'm sure I'll get the real one through the post any day.
But I mean, that match is fucking sick, and that fucking Weed Whacker spot was the fucking spot of the fucking month or whenever it was, man. That was sick. I don't know how those tiny little light tubes as well. How did they get so many like fucking little mini like T fucking 8 tubes? That was fucking insane.
I don't know that match. I don't know how many tubes we had, but there was like well over 100. And they were all about this long.
Yeah, they were tiny. Yeah, they were like 2 foot.
They're big, and they cut the fuck out of me.
Yes. Oh my god. You were bleeding like fuck. Did you? Was it your idea or that to take away the ropes, or would you prefer the ropes?
No, Cologne was adamant because he like Kumite.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
Obviously, blood sport. There's no ropes, is there? And he was he was adamant. Like, so I'm just gonna go along with the worldwide famous.
yeah, true. No, but that match was fucking awesome. And then I was gonna say as well, but the thing with Kumite as well is that all those cancelled shows, man, that pissed me off because there's been so many times where I'm like, before they got the vines, there's been so many times where I'm like, should I go? Is there any point in me booking a hotel? Are they going to get cancelled? It's like, I'm not fucking travelling all the way down just to get it cancelled. But now they've got vines and things, and I assume they've got it somewhere else. Yeah, things.
But the thing is now they've got they've proven they do it and it's safe.
Yep.
Whereas before they did one show and I know one of the managers loved it and one of the managers hated it. So it's like 50-50 now. They've run the same venue and you've got someone who's going to vouch for you. And I believe at the first show at the Vines, a member of the council came and they watched the show to make sure people were safe. So I think it's going to be a lot easier moving forwards.
Yeah, I think I said that to Fletch. There was like some random man that looked very, very out of place in amongst all these people with black t-shirts on drinking beer. And I was like, I reckon he's for the council. And then so he went, but he might have just been a fan, I don't know. But what was going to say, it was good as well, that KCW show, when I was wandering around trying to find the venue, I bumped into Tomby, and I think his missus and one of his mates, but like, I was like, oh, you guys going to the KCW? I didn't know it was him, because he didn't have his gimmick. I was like, holy shit, it's Tomby, but fuck it. And then, what else do you have in Kumite? You and the Voodoo Queen were against David Grant and Kyle Kingsley. I think that was the show we were at. I think that was the last show I was at,
yeah.
Do you like doing tags and shit like that?
Say again?
I said, do you like doing like tags, or would you prefer to do like death matches and shit when you're down for Kumite?
I think it's like it depends, right? Because if there's 3 death matches, then I'll happily I'll step back.
Yeah.
If there's 1 death match, then I'll jump in, you know?
Okay.
Because like only so many people can bleed to death.
I suppose so. Yeah. It's law of diminishing returns, I suppose. But then there was one death match on that last fucking KCW show, and I was meant to be there for that. I was meant to be at fucking TNT, but my dad got fucking ill and I had to fucking stay here and stuff. But that match with you guys, Thorne, Gonzalez, and Joe was fucking awesome. That was really good.
Oh, the cursed match as well. The cursed match.
Oh yeah, because it was meant to be Cologne, and then it was meant to be Clint. And then and they were all going to be your partners too.
Yeah.
They kept dropping out.
People don't want to work with me. That's the problem.
But it was awesome. Antonio Gonzalez is really, really fucking growing on me. He's great.
Stepped up. Antonio really did step up, and like I've watched his matches at Kumite because he's been doing like the skewers, he does the glass. He's really good. Like, to be fair, Antonio's like great, and the Kumite guys, Alton Thorne, Tomby, I think they're fucking phenomenal.
Yep.
And I think like they could be anywhere in the country doing this. They could probably be anywhere in the world doing this.
100%. Well, that's what I was saying for obviously we've got TNT have now announced another deathmatch tournament in fucking Birmingham of all places for next year. So I mean, I'd love to fucking see you in TNT, man. I don't think that TNT have got a lot of, aside from like maybe Clint, there isn't a lot of guys that are sort of solely, you wouldn't necessarily associate them with TNT. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yeah.
But I would like
there's still time, but I'm not booked yet. So.
Oh man, like honestly, I was saying that to Joe, and I'll pester Jay Apter as much as humanly possible if he even replies to me. Do a Rise showcase and a KCW showcase. Yeah. Why not? Have you, Caden Lou in a 3-way. Have Tomby, Alton Thorne, Antonio Gonzalez in a 3-way. You've already set up 2 of your first round matches, and then you get 6 new guys over. No one's probably seen in TNT.
Yeah.
But then again, who knows? Who am I to fucking book anything?
Well, the thing is, the last, I know it was a step in, but the last TNT DOA, Alton Thorne jumped in, didn't he?
That was excellent. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen the match, but I'm sure he killed it because he always kills it.
It was very, very good, man. He's main thing I remember is there's a big bundle of skewers. I was like, I took those skewers. He got skewered in the head. He did an amazing like spinning boss man like sidewalk slam, and he had the nettles, which is a lovely gimmick as well.
The nettles fucking suck.
It's a cool visual though.
No, it is, but they hurt. They fucking and don't hurt on the day. 2 days later.
I just want to know. I think I can't remember if I asked him or not. Like, I just want to know where he gets them from. There's this constant supply of like nettles. I suppose they're like all year round though.
His mum lives next to like a ditch or a farm.
Yeah.
But like the last show, he couldn't get them, so they were bundles instead of ropes.
Yeah.
Because I grew up next to like big fields, so I got stung a million times when I was a kid, and I know how bad it is.
It's like they used to do them in IWA Mid-South where they'd have like pits of insulation. Like from folks' fucking houses and shit, like fiberglass and like that itchy stings like fuck as well. I'm surprised they don't do that anymore, but then again, there's not any IWA. Well, maybe. Did you see any of that shit?
Coming back.
As it does. Did you see that? I was like, oh Jesus
yeah.
Christ! But they sold the rights to two of I say sold the rights to two of their tournaments, which seems a bit suspicious. Fucking what's they called? Circle 6, but I don't know why you would want IWA King of the Deathmatches. I know it's a very prestigious tournament, it's a big name, but just call it your own thing. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
you can just call it anything. It just seems a bit odd.
it's not even the biggest deathmatch tournament, is it?
No,
So,
no, not anymore certainly. And then I was going to say then we went to Outlaw Tournament, which I thought for me you're my pick to win, but you didn't win unfortunately. And then there was also lots of fucking about with people for that because there was meant to be a German guy.
oh well, yeah. I think it was Belgium. Crimson the Butcher.
Yeah, Crimson the Butcher. Well, I assume was it you or was it Joe wrestled him?
No,
Somewhere.
it was Joe. Joe went over and
wrestled him, and he was meant to come in, but then he like retired or some sort of stupid shit.
Yeah, I don't know if they were saying like personal life issues that came into there, but like last minute.
Yeah, which is fair enough.
Doing it, so
And then
he hasn't wrestled since, so it's not like a one-day thing. He hasn't wrestled again.
It's just fair enough. I mean, and then he got replaced by Clint, so I mean that's pretty good. But then that kind of threw the fucking order everything out the way, and then
everything got mixed up again.
And I was sitting there watching, and I was like, oh fuck! I was like first round. I was like Darko Lou. I was like shit because I wanted you both to like go to the second round, and I was like, ah, fuck's sake. But no, but how was it like working that tournament? Because that was a fucking interesting day and show and whatever.
No, that was awesome. Like, brilliant. I'm always happy to work Lou, and like Lou, Cade, and Joe, I'll work them any day. I could work them half asleep. And like that venue, it was Hull, isn't it? Yeah, Hull, the Welly.
Yeah.
It's like an awesome venue. It's so much bigger than Eiger because Eiger's like this little tiny box.
Yep.
The one in Hull is so much bigger. There's so much more room. There's actually an upstairs. There's a backstage. There's a shower. The shower wasn't working, but there's a shower.
I remember Danny Douglas asked me to go down and help that morning, so I was there from about 10 in the morning until everything finished and building things and moving tubes, which is an interesting thing for me because I've never been asked to do anything like that before. But fuck me, there was a lot of fucking light tubes at that show and half of them weren't even used. So much. I'd never seen so many light tubes in my fucking life. It was insane, man.
Thing is, like when I was at ICW the other day, the other week, a month ago, whatever. Like I couldn't believe the difference. Like that Outlaw, like the Outlaw Cup 2, we must have used at least 6-7 times the amount of light tubes they did on that whole show.
Yep.
It was insane. And in general, I think we use a lot more glass at the moment, anyway. And then they do in our tubes, so those skinny. What are they called? The little ones?
The T8s.
The T8s.
Yeah, T8s.
We use like hundreds and hundreds of them just getting broken, like, and they're not making them anymore. So.
Well, I mean that's the thing is, man. There's like a shop like 2 minutes away from me, and I went in and they were like redoing all their lighting, just like this little corner shop. It's like quite a big corner shop, like different aisles and shit. They're redoing all their lighting, and they'd like I think I counted it was 86 tubes they had in a bin outside, and I was sweating. I was like, "Can I take those tubes?" And they were like, "What?" I was like, "Can I take those light tubes in the bin?" They're like, I was like, "I'll bring the bin back, and I just take the tubes." So like, yeah, okay. So I took all the tubes and they're all in my attic, but it's just like because honestly, man, see for like some places. You go to I don't know if you get them in England, a place called Nickel and Dime.
No, but I've heard of it.
It's like it just sells. You can buy Tupperware and axes and chainsaws and light tubes and all that crap. But like one of them, you can buy light tubes in there for kind of cheap. And B&Q, like one tube's like £9.
Yeah, the T8. So you can get what they call the big ones, the
T12s.
T12. You can get them, but they're at least £20 a piece.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So it's like when you're stealing them out of bins and rummaging about in the council and that. Like, one of my friends works for the council in like one of the dumps, so sometimes I get like free tubes from him to bring to shows and stuff. But yeah, man, but it's insane for that. And I was going to speak to you about that. For you being in the fucking America, that was insane. I was so happy for you, man. It was really, really good.
Not as happy as I was.
It was honestly like seeing you come out in that, and I was like, rest. The only thing that annoyed me though, and it might have been annoying for you, it might not have been, is you didn't get any tubes.
No, the thing is, I got there and we got there late because reasons. We got there late, but first thing I got to Akira, amazing guy by the way. Akira, awesome guy, and he says to me, "I want to try and do a death match and prove you don't need glass."
Okay.
And I was thinking, in the back of my head, I was like, well, this is my debut.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted you to use T12 tubes because you'd never get the opportunity, you know what I mean?
And he said, no, but we'll use cut cans and we're going to do this. And then I said to him, can we use some gussets? Because
you're bleeding.
Gussets.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah, so when do you want to take them, the arms or the head? It's like, don't hit me in the head. And like, my arms are scarred anyway. It's like, well, chest,
yeah, it was
like,
cool,
it's visual,
man.
isn't it? So, and then but the thing is, even like with the cans, like I heard some people like proper worried about the cans, but I think we did a lot without glass.
Yeah, definitely. The thing is, it's like I don't know if this is like too kayfabe or shit. See, when you're doing cut cans, how do you gimmick a cut can? do you know what I mean? Like it's like when you watch it, because like if you were gonna, like I'm drinking like tins now, best beer in the world. I don't know if you fucking hate Carlsberg or not.
No, Carlsberg's fine. It's not Carling. Carling's fucking
Carling, Foster's, Tennant's dog shit. Terrible. Carlsberg's the best beer in the world. But anyway, if you're going to do cut cans, it's pretty fucking sharp. And I've seen a lot of matches where people are getting slammed on them and cutting them, and there doesn't seem to be like too much like cuts or anything. I'm like, I don't know how. I don't know. Seems odd.
No, I don't know. At one point in the match, I was hitting a can into Akira's head.
Yeah. And
I gave him the DDT, and when he rolls through the DDT, it's still sticking in his head.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know how he's not dead.
Yeah, but that match was fucking awesome, and it's like I assume that I'd assume that you may have like opinions on it or whatever. Any of the XPW No Holds Barred beef that's going on. I'll speak to Joe about this as well. Do you have any sort of opinion on that? Or I mean, for me personally, I'm just happy that guys are getting booked places and it's making people more money. So. Who gives a shit, really?
Whoever pays for my flight, I'll do it.
Exactly, man. I mean, it'd be really, really cool.
But what I will say, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
But XPW, the PCO Necro Butcher.
Yep.
They got Soul Taker. They booked Soul Taker.
They got Soul Taker against, I think it's Hardcore Hardbody. I speak to him on Instagram sometimes. He's against him.
Soul Taker.
No. The guy's wrestling. The guy's wrestling. I think his name's Hardcore Hardcore or something. Yeah, so it's going to be a body bag match. Which
it is. It's Soul Taker or N-word Taker, whatever you want to call it.
Oh yeah, exactly. So because he came out. Did you watch the Theatre Brutality where he came out?
No, I didn't see that.
I'll send you a link for that because it was somebody like recorded it. It said where it's in like Rob Black's like fucking like cheeseburger restaurant.
Oh, is that the one where they had the guy put the door between the guardrails?
Yeah, and he took a DDT.
Yeah, and the guy put the door.
Yeah, fucking scary bump. It was after that match. There's another guy took like a power bomb onto a door with like tubes on it, and it didn't break. And I was like, oh god, fucking nasty. But yeah, but Soul Taker came out then, and so I mean it's going to be a body bag match. I mean the last body bag match I remember seeing was 3PW. Did you ever used to watch that?
Yeah.
It was like New Jack or that, and he got put in a body bag, and he got a big fucking knife and cut through it. And good shit. But I mean, it'll be interesting. But I think that they should, if they're gonna run these New Jersey wars, whatever they are, put one in the afternoon. Why are you depriving fans of stuff? You're both gonna make money. It seems odd running against each other.
I think they'll both sell out anyway. And the thing is, if they sell out, they're not everyone can go to both shows anyway. Yeah, true.
The
thing is, some of the XPW shows aren't doing that good numbers. But in New Jersey, they're going to do phenomenal numbers. Because people travel, because New Jersey's just a stone throw from New York, isn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly. So this weekend as well, we've got Rise or Die, which is going to be fucking huge. I think if it's going to be on IWTV, it's going to be a big fucking day, night, or whatever it's going to be. For you guys, you looking for? I think Danny Douglas messaged me. It's like the 5th no rope barbed wire match in the UK.
Yeah, it's something like that.
I don't know what the other 4 are. What are the other 4?
There was a couple in 1BW.
Oh, and Abyss and Carino and things.
Yeah, Carino, Abyss. I think there was like a 6-man there with Spike Dudley, but my memory is bad for that. Now, I know there was like a proper tin pot between 2 guys you've never seen in your life. They did one. And like, I don't know where the other ones have come from, but him and Danny Douglas and his dad, Paul, they know everything about British wrestling. So if they say that's the facts.
Him and one of the things I remember sitting there and I was just like taping up tubes and shit and watching his dad and him fucking drilling and making contraptions and all sorts of shit. Like those 2 guys and Lee and James and stuff as well. Like they give a fuck.
Yeah, all the lads.
Yeah, the Deathmatch Outlaws really, and they're always nice to me as well, which I've no idea why. Like some fucking Mark sitting in my house talking shit about wrestling, but they're always very nice to me.
We're all Marks in wrestling, mate.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. But I was gonna say so for that match is gonna be insane. I'll unfortunately have to be cheering for Darwin to win that because I think that'll be really really funny. I think that him running Rise cutting promos would be hysterical, but at the same time I think it'll be a good show either way. And plus like a lot of the other guys that are there, like some people I've never seen. Like I've never seen that Ricky Knight Jr. wrestle before, so I'll be interested in that.
Ricky Knight Jr. is easily one of the best talents in Europe, if not the world. I remember Little Ricky, but I call him Little Ricky because I remember him when he was this tall.
Yeah.
He was asking me to buy him, what are they called?
Frosty Jacks.
Tic Tacs. Orange Tic Tacs. I remember him asking me to buy him orange Tic Tacs at the shop when I was training.
Yeah.
Like Little Ricky's now bigger than I am. He's like wider than I am. He's more ripped than I am, and he's wrestling Will Ospreay every other week.
I've never seen him work. So that'll be fucking interesting for that. And I assume there'll be some sort of after party.
There is. There definitely is. We don't know where it is, but I'm going out. So
I'll be drinking. I'll be keeping it semi-sensible. I'm going down to. Are you guys just heading down on the Sunday?
Yeah, just coming down Sunday morning, getting in the hotel, and then going straight wrestling.
Me and I don't know if you've met Matty, a guy from Newcastle, young guy. Me and him are going down tomorrow. So we're gonna get drunk and stuff, and then we'll be at the show and everything. But yeah, do they still that bar that Rise used to have secret shows at? I think it might be in there.
I think you mean Howl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where the planned after party is because it's a Sunday. I don't know what's open. I don't know.
Yeah, true. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting it's a fucking Sunday as well. Fucking hell. Why is it a Sunday? I mean, maybe they can't use that venue on a Saturday because it's like a nightclub.
But it's because the venue's like such a popular venue. I don't know if it's like a club during the week, but I know Saturday was like way out the question.
That's fair enough. I mean, it'll be interesting whatever happens, and then I'll definitely pick up stuff off you whenever I can get to see you at that thing. I don't know if they'll set up merch tables or fucking I don't know. That's the only thing. Is like see when there's like a pre-show or whatever, or from there early, I can usually pick up all the crap I want, and then just kind of put it to the side, and then I don't have to worry about it. But it's like if there's no pre-show, I've kind of got to fuck about and wait and whatever. But I'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then what else was I going to say? NCW, you had a show for them, a company I'd never heard of before. Saw the little video that Danny Douglas put up of that. That looked fucking good. And it was you, Tombe, and who was the other guy that was wrestling?
What's his? Nick. I know his real name. I can't think of his working name.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad. Sorry, Nick.
No, that's alright. It's alright.
It was a solid. The freeway was good. There's some stories about that can't be told. I'll tell you in person, but I can't tell you.
Oh, okay.
Not with the freeway, but the show in general.
Oh, okay.
It was a cool venue, though. It reminded me a lot of the Vines.
But like slightly smaller. Yeah. I'm a sad like mark for things like that. It's like if I ever hear of a venue, instantly I'm on Wikipedia. I'm like, oh, right, okay, what's the capacity? Where's this? Try and find pictures of it, and I don't know why it matters or why I care about things like that, but I am. But yeah, that match for what I saw of the clips of it was pretty good. And then you got like a big bloody back, which is always good. for.
We didn't have that many tubes, not much glass. So I think it was like we did like 10, 15 minutes with no glass, and then at the end we used all the glass at once.
Just to make it like a crescendo to the type thing, yeah. That's pretty good though, man. But this thing is when
You're drinking those tall boys.
I just went and saw. I'll probably speak to about it like after I went through this shit. Are you a horror movie guy or?
The only horror movies I saw someone this the other day.
Yeah.
The only horror movies I watch is like the old, and this doesn't mean Halloween because I know you've seen Halloween.
Yeah.
And the old like late 80s, early 90s. So I like the Nightmare on Elm Streets.
Yeah.
Hellraiser.
Yep.
But
There's a new
2.
There's a new Hellraiser just out.
Yeah, I watched that. The new Hellraiser is probably the second best Hellraiser.
Is it really?
Because Hellraiser 2 is the best Hellraiser.
Okay.
Hellraiser 1 you can skip completely.
There's
And then the rest of them are just filler.
crap. Yeah.
But like literally, the person I told to watch Hellraiser, I told him to go watch Wishmaster. You seen Wishmaster?
Wishmaster's good. Yeah. I've seen countless crap.
I've seen kind of crap. Wishmaster, phenomenal.
Wishmaster's very good.
Yeah, 2, 3, and 4 not so good.
Thing is we went and saw Halloween tonight. That's was like a little bit later coming on here. And I mean, if you're gonna watch it, fair enough. But genuinely, the worst Halloween film, and maybe one of the worst modern films I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Have you seen a film called Moonfall?
No, not yet. But I will. Not yet.
The moon's gonna crash it. Absolute fucking garbage.
The best Halloween film was Halloween 3, and the rest of them were garbage.
How when the masks are like killing the kids and shit. Yeah. I mean, there was like 2 good bits in the entire movie, but it was like, what's to describe it? It was kind of like, you get those like American like TV drama like soap operas. It was like that. It was like an hour of just melodramatic crap, and then there was like 2 or 3 kills. But the film's like fucking 18. I want to see people get their fucking heads cut off, and I want to see people get. A lot of the kills were like off camera, which is this Halloween.
Artsy shit.
Yeah, like what it gives.
If I'm going to watch Halloween, I'll watch Halloween 3, or I'll watch Halloween H2O, and nothing else.
Do you know like Halloween Resurrection? It's got Busta Rhymes in it.
Nah, Halloween H2O. It's the same thing. Like the best, like the same girl I was talking to the other day. The best Friday 13th movie, not Friday, Nightmare on Elm Street. Best Nightmare on Elm Street is Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and Freddy vs Jason.
Freddy vs Jason's fantastic. Yeah.
Also, the best Friday 13th movies are Freddy vs Jason and Jason X.
When he's in that's one of the best kills where he fucking freezes her head and then smashes off the thing. I remember my girlfriend was at uni and there was like this sort of like little common room thing for everybody, and I stole Freddy vs Jason and all 3 of the first Scream movies on DVD from their little common room thing and brought them home to mine. But honestly, man, I would recommend not seeing the new Halloween film. It's fucking shit.
I'll still watch it.
No, but the thing is, it's like the last Halloween film, Halloween Kills, was shit, but it was like entertainingly shit. You could laugh at it, but this one's just boring. It was 2 hours of just shit, man. It was really, really bad. Like I was, me and my friends went to have a drink. My friend was like fucking like he brought like a fucking 70cl of vodka and he got through like 3/4 of it. On a 2-hour movie, he's fucking wasted, so he's away home. But like him fucking pouring drinks and stuff with all this crap going on, it was a funny evening, but yeah, it was pish. What was I gonna say? Where are we gonna go? Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So do you have like gimmicks that you would? So this thing I've noticed that like at least UK deathmatch shows, people like Deathmatch Outlaws, or if I bring tubes, or if somebody brings tubes like Dean, I'll have to give Dean a shout out because he'll be annoyed if I don't. Remember?
Dean Marsh,
Dean's a fucking good guy. Do you have, like, in your head, do you ever message people and say, can I get this? Or can I get that? Or do you just wait and see what's there and...
What I do is I prefer to wait and see what's there, because if someone tells you they're going to get, like, massive tubes or they're going to get gussets, you don't know. What I do is say, if someone messages me, I will say I'm not doing that. The only thing I can think of off the top of my head is barefoot stuff.
Only barefoot, okay.
Yeah, I'm never ever going to do barefoot stuff.
Yeah,
never,
fuck
ever.
that. It would be terrible.
Not unless it's WrestleMania, but I don't think that's going to happen.
You never know, there's a change of guard now, anything could happen.
Yeah, Triple H is a big deathmatch fan.
I mean, he did do. I was going to say he did thumbtacks.
Thumbtacks, yeah, but they were.
Well, somebody else did thumbtacks.
Yeah, he did the rubber barbed wire.
For Foley and stuff. No, so aside from like barefoot, is there any other gimmicks like you wouldn't do? Like when I saw that razor wire at Rise, I was like, oh Jesus Christ, guys, like fucking be careful with that, because that's dangerous as fuck.
No, I would say like the scissor board, but like I would have probably said the same thing about the knife board and the razor wire, and then I ended up doing
I
it,
made that knife board that you went on to in the Rise Outlaw Tournament.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hit it and afterwards I don't think I watched bits of it. I skipped through it, but I heard from a guy like who comes to all the shows down south. One of the knives like stuck up like this.
Oh fuck. Yeah. It was difficult to do that, and then there was the saw board as well. I made that the Marcus Crane saw board, but I don't think
no one used it, did they?
Yeah, no one used it. I was like, spent a good 15 minutes making that. Nobody used it. Well, whatever. It was a nice gesture anyway. But that was another thing I was going to say. So what was your time like in America then? For I assume that I think I saw on Instagram that you and Cass and Joe were out on the night when you got there.
Yeah, we landed and then we had to make our way. We made our way to Casanova's and we just hung out and then we went out. We had a night out. We went out on the piss. We had a good night. It was good. So the story is that people keep asking me, like I didn't sleep for 36 hours.
Really?
Like way over 36 hours.
Oh my god!
Because I woke up at like 6 a.m. English time. I didn't sleep on the plane despite the gimmicks. And then when we went out with drinks or whatever, and there's nothing on the guy who did it because like that's who he is. But I have to lay flat when I sleep. I can sleep anywhere as long as I lay flat. So I lay down in his kitchen, flat on my back.
Okay.
And then this guy's watching YouTube.
Yeah.
And then he falls asleep, so I turn it down. And then every time I turn it down, and I start falling asleep, he wakes up, he turns it up. And the thing is, like, people sleep like that, but I can't sleep to full volume Mick Foley promos.
That's
Anyway, it's 5 o'clock in the morning in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And all I'm hearing, at like maximum volume, is Kane Dewey, Kane Dewey.
Oh my
Kane
god,
Dewey,
that's
Kane Dewey.
funny.
That's not right. He's like, he's putting up full volume, boom, boom, boom. So I get up and I turn the TV off.
Yeah.
And I lay back down, and then next thing you know, the TV's back on, and it's back in.
Did
Foley
you
stroking a rat at full volume?
Did you not just tell him to like fucking like turn it off?
No, because like I was the guest.
I suppose so.
So
yeah.
I got up and I walked around Brooklyn for about 2 hours.
So you were there the whole 2 seconds. I've got another beer in the fridge. 2 seconds. What we're talking about now? Oh yeah, Casanova being stuck on the
Casanova.
floor. Oh my god, that sounds horrible, man. It's like I've got into a really really bad routine for like the last couple of years. I think I've fucked one of my ears up. Are you aware of like the wrestling podcast OSW review?
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah.
The hands down the best wrestling content in the world, without fucking any shadow of it. It's great. It's just see Irish guys reviewing old wrestling pay-per-views, but now
Wait. Let me check something real quick because I think I know of it because I listened to it. Are they the ones who do like the Attitude Era podcast?
no, different guys. The little logo's like a little mini Macho Man.
Okay, yeah, no, I don't know. No, sorry.
It's genuinely, man. I go out your way to because it's like a video podcast. They'll go through something fucking random like Royal Rumble 1995, and the last one they did an Ultimate Warrior arc in WCW, and they went over every single Ultimate Warrior show like War Games and what was the other thing he was on? Halloween Havoc against Hogan, all that shit. But they do full podcasts and it's all got all the like footage, the video footage, and they're like 2 hours long.
Yeah, on YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, it's so anyway. But like I listen to that now at night to get sleep with my headphones in, and I think I've fucked up one of my ears because like. But now I'm at the point where like if I don't listen to that, I can't sleep. It's like
The thing is, I sleep every night. I sleep to I either sleep to Family Guy, American Dad, or King of the Hill.
I love King of the Hill, man. Yeah, King of the Hill's fucking awesome.
And I just like that'll be it. Like I put it on, I put on a 2-hour timer, and then I'll wake up 2 hours later, I turn it back on. But not Mick Foley screaming about Kane
that's great. That's quite funny. You'd be pissed off when you like have you met Foley? No.
No.
No, I think I met him when he was meant to do like a comedy show, and it was terrible.
He's not the best. No.
It's terrible. Really, really bad. Like, stick to what you're good at. William Regal probably do a good comedy show, but not Mick Foley. I was gonna say, so you were up for 36 fucking hours and then went to wrestle Akira and everything. That's insane.
Yeah,
man.
I think like 36 hours is the best I can like work it out in my head, but it's probably longer. Because I know literally, I did some gimmicks to try and get to sleep on the way out there and stayed awake the whole time. On the way back, I did the same gimmicks and I passed out and slept, like snored my head off for 8 hours on the flight back.
Yeah, that's not too bad then. Fucking hell, man. That's insane. I couldn't fathom fucking doing that. Do you wish you were there longer and like maybe did some like other shows? Though I assume you'll be 100% definitely be back in the future.
Well, I'm hoping so. I'd have went longer that time, but it didn't like the timing didn't work out, I guess. And plus, if someone pays like your flight, then they have control, don't they? Well, I'm hoping that very soon, hopefully ICW, that'd be amazing. But anybody, I'll do Horror Slam. I'll do IWA Deep South. I'll do anything.
Oh man, the Carnage Cup would be awesome. The Carnage Cup shows are entertaining for what they are. They're insane, and there's no need for like the amount of tubes and shit. And there's that guy called Mosh Pit Mike, who like puts like scissors through his mouth and through his tongue and shit. Oh yeah, man, I'll champion you and fucking Joe and Caden and fucking Lou and everything.
I want Jeff Hart in a death match. I'm desperate to fight Jeff Hart.
Why Jeff Hart?
Anywhere in the world. Why Jeff Hart?
Yeah.
He's the best promo in the business. I'll fucking kill him. I'll fucking fight Jeff Hart.
I'll fight Jeff Hart. That'd be funny though. But I was going to say there's... Well, hopefully I'll rant and rave at Danny fucking O'Doherty and rant and rave at Jay Apter and try and... Me shouting. Hopefully at some point somebody will say, oh, maybe we should listen to him. Don't know why they would and try and... Because hopefully, man, you'll be in one of those TNT things. I'd fucking love that for you.
Yeah, I would love that, but we'll see.
We'll see. What was I going to say? Then I was going to say as well, we have Rise in February and NHB, which would be fucking insane. So I assume they're going to have 7 people over, I'd reckon.
I did see a number. I think it was a little bit more than 7, but there's no concrete names.
Okay,
so the concrete names would almost guarantee to be obviously Demanto.
Yep.
We got to have Casey.
Yep.
Larry, the legend, it has to be here. He has to come.
Yeah.
I would hope for
Eric
Cruel.
Ryan. Yeah, Cruel as well. Yeah.
Cruel. You think Casanova would be a dead cert?
Yep. I would have said Schlack, but obviously not now.
No, maybe not now.
Which
but
is
I would,
bullshit.
Also, Kira has to come.
Yep.
Has to come.
Have to have a rematch for you two guys.
Yeah, it was 3 shows, so he could work me, he could work Lou, he could work anyone. Alton Thorne, he could work anyone.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm surprised Alton Thorne's not been brought up at Rise yet. What I was going to say is there any of the... Because for me, I'd assume it'd be almost exactly the same as the people that are on the Australia tour now. So we've got Cruel, Ryan, Danny, Cass... Casey and there's one Akira, so there's 6 people. Yeah. So I'd assume it'd be more or less the same, plus John Wayne Murdoch obviously, but he's hurt.
Yeah, well, I know. Well, Matt Tremont's coming, isn't he?
That's another pick. Oh my god! So is there anybody you would want to pick?
Well, Dale Patrick. I'd like to see come over. I'd like to work Dale Patrick. I'd like to kick up with him. Brandon Kirk was pretty fucking cool. I'd like to see him over.
Yeah.
I want Neil Diamond Cutter as well. I would love
Neil's one of the people I speak to most of like wrestling people from the US. I speak to Neil all the time, and he wants to come over. He's got his passport now, so
yeah, he told me today.
So Neil against you would be fucking awesome. Yeah, I love Neil Diamond Cutter. He's fucking awesome. I've got his old fucking gear in a cupboard somewhere in my house. His old gloves and his old fucking knee pads and shit. Nah, Neil's fucking awesome. But yeah, I mean, you against Tremont as well. That'd be a fucking match for the ages.
Yeah, that would.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Like literally, I don't know what I'd do with him because he's like a legend. I'd be like starstruck, but I know I'd step up.
That'd be insane, man. But the only thing is, I assume that one of the Iger Studios is going to be Pit Fighter.
There's been talk about Pit Fighter.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be the full cage or maybe it'll be like a more like a basic setup, but I'm hoping it's the full cage. I
just don't know where they're gonna. I assume they'll just set up in the
Sunday. The Sunday is in it's in the warehouse, isn't it? It's a bigger venue, so maybe it'll be then.
Well, I mean, I spoke to Alton Thorne about this as well, as I assume maybe some other company that starts with K might run a show somewhat maybe at the same time and take advantage.
Maybe on the Thursday.
Yeah, maybe on the Thursday and take advantage of a lot of these people being over here, because I've taken the entire week off. I've taken the Monday to the Tuesday to the Tuesday off my work. So I'll be there fucking all week. So I don't give a fuck.
But the thing is, like, if they were to run a show, there's no guarantee they could use the ICW guys.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's a lot of money being spent out. But there's a lot of fans in the area, isn't there?
Yep, 100%.
So I'm sure, even if it was like a noon show on Saturday.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Just run the same building. Just run the same building.
They could try and do a no ring show. Like,
do it outside.
And we'll get people around. It's all Leeds, isn't it? So
Yeah,
it's not
exactly.
big. It's a big city, but it's not that big.
No, yeah, exactly. I mean, I was going to say run it outside, but in fucking February it'd be fucking freezing, it'd be even worse. Probably going to be snowstorms and all sorts of shit. What was going to say? That was the last thing. The last thing I remember about speaking to you was me and you speaking about Sting.
Dang.
which I thought was funny in retrospect. So just about your love for Sting and my not, because the thing is when
The stain.
when I was
Deep soul-ridden disdain.
yeah, the state for no, but like thing is, it's like when I was younger, like we didn't get WCW in my house. Like my dad had Sky and shit, but unless like I didn't know it was on, I assume TNT was on Sky, but like I didn't watch any WCW at all until WCW closed. So I never saw and now because of that OSW review thing, I've went back and I've seen fucking Starrcade 1994 with Hogan against Brutus the Barber Beefcake and all that shit. So I've seen stuff now, but like at the time I just didn't get Sting. I was just like,
What's not the get?
I never sort of like understood like the sort of the vigilante aspect of it. It's like I think I said that to you at the time.
Yeah, you did. You told me. But the thing is, it's because you didn't know Surfer Sting. You didn't know Sting.
Yeah.
Woo!
yeah. But he was the sort of quintessential babyface, and then he became Crow Sting, and then for some reason he was in the Wolfpack.
Yeah, I don't like Wolfpack Sting. That's the opinion that people don't like, but I don't like Wolfpack Sting.
I don't really understand a lot of like the NWO stuff, because like see when you go back and you watch those pay-per-views and things, the amount of run-ins, the amount of just petty run-ins and nonsense that went on and on about that, and then Sting went away and then he came back as Black and White Crow Sting. And I think my very first ever match I saw of like actual Sting, I'd seen clips, was him against Vampiro, where a fake Sting got set on fire and flew off the fucking top of the set.
That's the thing. Like the NWO stuff, I'm not like I love them NWO, but that's not my favourite WCW. My favourite WCW is 99, 2001, 91 to 93. That's the best WCW.
Yeah.
So I was like Surfer Sting, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
And then I was Sting jumping off fucking scaffolding. I was getting hit with tombstones.
Yeah, they were fighting in a graveyard and shit, yeah.
Yeah.
I liked, I've went back and watched all the pay-per-views in 2000, 2001. Well, the three that there were, and it was Greed, and there was the Millionaires Club, and all that shit, and I don't know, like, at the time, like, I watched ECW, because my dad's friend that lived across from us, he used to get me ECW tapes, and I watched ECW, and I loved ECW, and then when, obviously, Eric Bischoff showed up, and I was like, fuck you, Eric Bischoff, fuck WCW, but I don't know, it was just probably because I never watched it. But Sting is amazing. I just didn't get the vigilante of like hanging around in the rafters for years.
Yeah, you had to be there though. And to be fair, I wasn't there because I never even had Sky, so I only caught like worldwide and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. But
you have to admit, like Sting 2007, like TNA,
when he had the crow,
it's incredible.
Do you remember when he?
Say again.
Remember when he had the Raven that attacked Eric Bischoff?
Finger down the road. Yeah. That is good. That's wrestling. That's fucking carny shit.
When he was the Joker and everything, and even that match where everybody chanted "fucking fire Russo," where he was against Abyss.
Yeah, with the casket.
That was a good match because there was like one of those like fake candle things, and the best blast Sting in the face, and he's fucking leaking blood, and I'm like, holy shit. Yeah, but I mean, TNA Sting's fine and everything, but I don't know. I've always kind of
watch Surfer Sting.
I should do. I mean, I've seen Jeff Jarrett.
Sting Vader, Sting Cactus Jack, Sting Flair.
Yeah. Well, Sting Flair, Sting might be the stupidest man in the world for, when he was like, it's fine. I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, yeah, but that's because you've seen the WWE DVD.
no. It was fucking what's it called? It was one of those stupid pay-per-views. It was like Ric Flair just fought Arn Anderson or something, and then they were like,
you mean Black Scorpion? Yeah.
No. It was after that. It was like the Four Horsemen were there. It was Sting was going to tag with Flair, and he's like, you better not double cross me. And Flair's like, no. And then he goes in the ring, and then he's like he's on the apron, he's strutting in grandstand and whatever. He gets in the ring, and then all the Horsemen just beat the fuck out of Sting. I was like, Sting, you can't be so stupid to believe like Ric Flair of all people.
That's soap opera, isn't it?
Well, yeah, exactly. But it's just like I was thinking, Sting always trusted a lot of people. I was thinking. Anyway, what was I going to say? Because you are a fan of booze, like myself, do you have any like favourite drinks, or are you just more into light beer and stuff?
Well, at the moment I'm drinking
Coors,
because you got Tesco Club card.
And when it gets so cold, the mountains go blue.
It's a gimmick. I love a gimmick.
Yeah.
But like in this country, it's hard. But if like honestly, when I was in America, like you get Miller Lite, fucking amazing. Bush Light, you get Bush Light Orange, you get Bush Light Apple. It's fucking crazy.
Apple,
shit.
fucking hell.
Yeah, it's just different flavoured lagers. Everyone's no different to getting a lager with a bit of lime in it, is it?
Do you like into IPAs and shit? No.
No, definitely not. Though.
Don't like IPAs at all? No.
No, I can drink them if there's nothing else in the house.
Yeah.
If it's 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm bone dry. I'll have an IPA. I'll have a Guinness.
I'm one of these sad, pathetic losers that prefers Guinness out of a can than a pint of Guinness.
The one thing I won't touch, though, literally, the only thing I don't think I'll ever touch is Carling.
Carling's shit. Carling is...
No, literally, like, a little sip of Carling makes me feel sick. It's horrible.
If I was sort of, like, trapped in a lift for a sort of, like, 24-hour period, and there was, like, tins of Fosters and tins of Carling sitting about, I wouldn't drink them.
I'll drink the Fosters.
I don't like Fosters, man. If we're working in bars and clubs and stuff for a long time, I don't like...
I'm not going to enjoy it, but I'll drink it to stay alive. But the Carling's going to sit there. I'm a Sambuca man, so... I like
Sambuca as well. I like Sambuca and Jägermeister. Jägermeister's my WrestleMania tradition. I'll get myself a litre bottle of Jaeger, and I'll drink whenever there's a pinfall, or somebody kicks out of a finish, or there's a heel turn or a face turn, then by the end of the night... Well, it used to be, because Mania used to be like an 8-hour show. Yeah. Now they've fucked it over and it's like 2 days. I'm like, fuck you. But I used to drink like constantly Jägermeister all the time. Cold Jägermeister. But no, I'm a big fan of gin. And I was going to say, if I had time...
I hate gin, but I'll drink it if there's nothing else, but it makes me so hungover.
Oh yeah, it's terrible, but... Let's see. I've got a big collection of gin. They're all empty, by the way. But you ever get a chance, try that. Seven Crofts, it's 57% fisherman strength gin. It's hardcore shit. It's from Ullapool up the north of Scotland. Very, very nice. But what was I going to say? But yeah, so you usually just stick to beer and stuff. Do you like wine or anything?
I drink red wine. But, like, I used to drink rosé, but it'll fuck me up. But like, white wine's horrible. I drink red wine.
Oh man, you're total opposite to me. White wine's the fucking shit. I love like Sauvignon Blanc and shit. Drink wine all day, every day, but it does give you a hell of a fucking hangover, and you feel like a bag. I would say, do you like Heineken? Yeah,
I can drink Heineken. Like literally, like it's the case of if I go to the bar and if they have a Coors Light or Bud Light, or if I'm in America, it'll be a Busch or something like that. But here, if it's not, as long as it's not Carling, I'll drink it. I'll drink Peroni or
hatred of Carling
or whatever it is.
Yeah,
I'll drink any of that.
Yeah. But it's like, man, white wine's fucking awesome. But it does...
Tastes like vinegar.
It depends how cold it is, and if you got a box or if you got a bottle.
I'm a box man, so.
I remember there was people at my house for like a house party, and some girls left this box of wine. It was like fucking something stupid, like 2.5 litres or something, and it was like plum flavoured red wine, and it was fucking disgusting. But I drank it all with fresh orange juice. Well, throughout
You huffed the bag.
throughout the course of the week. That was horrible, but like, here you go. Anyway, that's what's great. I remember when me and you first spoke at the KCW show, you said to me you hated Alien Covenant.
Yeah, I thought it was terrible.
That's genuinely my favourite Alien film. But
No, it's fucking not.
well, I think it's alright. Why do you not like it? Just before I move into like talking about movies.
Pretentious. I don't think it has any of the it doesn't grow the franchise.
Yeah.
As I'm a big Alien Predator fan.
Mm-hmm.
I used to post on the AVP Galaxy forums.
Oh yeah.
I used to mod Alien vs Predator on the PC, Alien vs Predator 2, and then that came out and it didn't add anything. It like literally took away.
It's not an Alien movie.
What, Alien Covenant?
Alien Covenant's not an Alien movie. It's an android movie.
It's called Alien.
Yeah. I know, but that's what I mean though. It's like, but for me,
I'd let you have Prometheus. Prometheus is not an Alien movie.
Nope, they're not Alien films. They're not Alien films, but they're underneath the same banner. But for me, that Alien Covenant, where that fucking android, Michael Fassbender, drops all the black goo on that civilization, I fucking clapped in the cinema. I was like, I want to see, that is like the sort of definition of a proper heel in a movie. Somebody who has no consequence, no issue for human life whatsoever. He just wants to experiment, and at the very end when he says to that woman, he's like, don't let the bed bugs bite, and he puts on that fucking classical music and he's going to experiment on all these people. I'd watch a whole...
I don't even think he's the best android in Alien.
Oh, do you like Bishop better than him?
No, I like Ash better than him.
Oh, better than him, I suppose.
I think Ash is far scarier.
Did you like Alien...
The paper rolled up or the magazine rolled up.
He used to like shove it in her mouth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I suppose. I don't know, I'm a mark for Michael Fassbender. I just think he's great.
No, he's phenomenal, and some of the acting and some of the parts in the movie are great, but I just don't think it adds anything to the mythos.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, they could have just made it as like not an Alien film, but because it's called Alien, for me, I'm like, that's my. I think it's fucking excellent, but it's not an Alien movie.
No. I honestly, and it's people will hate this decision, but my favourite Alien movie is Alien Resurrection.
Alien Resurrection is not bad. It's certainly not as bad as Alien vs Predator.
I like Alien vs Predator, but Alien Resurrection is so easy to watch. You can sit down and watch that, and you don't even pay attention to it, and you finished it. And next thing you know, like, what the fuck? I finished it. Ron Perlman is the best actor that ever lived.
Okay.
Sigourney Weaver makes that a basketball shot.
Yeah, it's just nonsense.
And who are you expecting? Santa Claus?
Oh yeah.
I love that movie.
That's the sort of shit that was missing for that Halloween film. There was no quips. There was no funny quips.
My favourite Batman movie is Batman Forever, so that might add up.
Batman Forever is good. Did you see the new one? Pile of
not yet.
fucking...
I started watching it on the plane and fell asleep.
Fucking pile of fucking garbage. Over 3 hours. 3 hours of shit. And it starts off good, and you're like, the Riddler's there, and the Riddler's fucking caving in fucking people's heads and putting bags in their heads, beating them to death with hammers, and you're like, ooh, this is going to be a bit more dark and sinister than that. But for me, it's like the same as like James Bond. I want Batman, when he's Bruce Wayne, to be a sort of suave, sophisticated, womanizing arsehole. Not to be a depressed sort of... Do you know what I mean? It's like, that Batman film was fucking shit.
That's why Batman Forever is the best Batman, because Val Kilmer was the best Bruce Wayne.
I would say Michael Keaton, but I think it's just because
he's not. He's Michael Keaton's a bit crazy, and he's not like Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer's so handsome, he's so charming.
He's not handsome now.
And Val Kilmer, if you read the comics, Val Kilmer's more like I can't think of the word now, but he does charity work. He's paying for like science and shit. Whereas Michael Keaton's just going to like parties and shit.
Yeah, I suppose so. I did have, when I was younger, there was like somebody made like it was like a comic book, like an annual thing, but it was like of the 4 first Batman movies. So Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and Batman Robin, but it was all comic book. And I'm sure it's still in my fucking mum's house. I can't believe, like, Batman. Do you know, like, Batman and Robin, no? With Arnie and shit.
It's grown on me. I hated it when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I fucking hated it. But it's grown on me a lot.
What?
I don't like George Clooney as Batman, though.
He's alright.
His head is far too small for the cowl. It's far too small for the cowl. He looks like a Lego man with a cowl.
Do you like the Dark Knight shit then, no?
I mean,
That's alright.
I watched a YouTube video the other day. And talking about how Christopher
Nolan.
No, the Batman.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale. Christian Bale makes a great Bruce Wayne, but he makes a terrible Batman.
Because he's like shouting and you're like, oh my god. Thing is, there's a bit in that film where he's speaking to Morgan Freeman, and Morgan Freeman for some reason makes all his gear. And he's like speaking to Morgan Freeman like, I'm like, Morgan Freeman knows that you're Bruce Wayne. Why are you speaking to him like that? But those films are sort of, what's the quote, like hyper realistic. But like,
it goes so far that it's not realistic anymore.
but Batman's meant to be kind of cheesy.
Yeah, definitely no, because in the real world everything's cheesy anyway.
Oh yeah,
if you go to your local pub and this is the hardest man in town, everyone says it's the hardest man in town, and it's cheesy, isn't it? This guy, you don't fight this guy. He doesn't fight anyone ever.
No,
He's the
exactly.
hardest man in town.
He doesn't have to fight anybody. He's fought them all before. Everybody's all scared from that. So I was gonna say, do you like comedy movies or anything, or you just like more sort of? I didn't realize that you liked like Alien and Predator so much. Do you like Alien versus Predator Requiem?
I think it was fine.
That's terrible. What a terrible film.
It's not great by any means, but it's not as bad as Alien Covenant.
Oh no! Wait. Oh my god! I don't. It's a lot more cheesy.
It's better than The Predator. I'll tell you that.
What, the one that's got the newest one, the 2018 one?
No, that's Prey.
No. The one that came out 2018, just before that.
Yeah, that was The Predator.
That was fucking terrible.
Yeah, with the dogs that had predator heads.
Yeah.
And then you shoot in the head, and it thinks you're its owner, and it follows you around.
There was so much, like, I have nothing against, like, fucking people swearing and that. But in that movie, everybody was like, yeah, fucking Predator, yeah. Fuck this. And I was like, that's a bit much. I thought that film, did you like Prey?
I liked the first half of Prey.
Yeah.
I liked the first half of it, and I have so many people tell me that I didn't understand it, but the way, like, the Predator, and I know they call it like the primal Predator, but the way he gets fucked up by, like, at the end, it doesn't make any sense to me.
No, where she puts her mask, the mask.
Yeah, it's like, it just seems very
contrived and stupid.
The thing is, I get that she should kill the Predator, because she should definitely kill the Predator.
But then at the end,
survive.
but then at the end, they send all the Predators in anyway.
Yeah, and then it defeats the purpose of killing the Predator.
Defeats the purpose of the entire film. But like, for me, I'm like, that's fine. I want to see a Predator fight a bear. I'm happy with that. That's cool.
That's the thing. The Predator, like the Predator we know and love, like, was like beating up Schwarzenegger, right?
Yep.
But a bear is like a lot stronger than Schwarzenegger. So he shouldn't be doing that with the bear. The bear should fucking smash the fuck out of it, which it did to begin with.
Yeah.
Right? And then next thing you know, the new Predator just picks it up over its head.
Blood.
Yeah. And it just doesn't make any sense.
I did think for that film, or Predator films in general, the actual Predators, I don't understand them. I'm like, is this like a weekend hobby for them? What sort of, like, because obviously they get sent down to hunt, like, the best thing, but it's like, it's wasting its time trying to fight a wolf, and it's invisible, and it's got heat seeking, and it's got weapons. I'm like, it seems like a slightly, like, what's the word for it, like, overcompensating for something? Because, like, everything it's there, if it's got its mask and stuff, it could kill anything.
Yeah.
It just...
But that's the thing, it's just, I think the idea, like, when Predator works, is that it's been doing it for forever. It's always been doing it.
Yeah.
Like, it's been doing it so long that it doesn't evolve any further. That's what it is. It doesn't do any it doesn't need to go any further. It's always been doing it. So when you put its Predator, it looks completely different.
It does look very different.
The thing with the different thing is apparently because the last movie said that they add DNA to it. The last movie shouldn't exist. When you look at it, the best Predator movie was Predator 2 because that gave you all the information.
Yeah.
Because all the information you know about Predator came from Predator 2.
Yeah, in Predator 1 you don't know anything.
No, you don't know anything. In Predator 2 they add on the fact that she does the blood test and it's full of steroids, so they obviously pump them full of steroids to make them bigger and stronger. You find the skulls, they hunt and they collect trophies. But if they've been doing that, then i.e. the gun at the end, the pistol.
I felt that was kind of like a cheap, cheesy tie-in thing.
The timeline doesn't match up either. Because the pirate times with the pistols predate the American times. It doesn't make any sense.
Also, for me, and I don't know if anybody else gives a flying shit about this, it certainly annoyed me in one of my least favourite directors, the guy that did 10,000 BC, The Day After Tomorrow and everything. If somebody's going to fucking speak in a different language, subtitle it. I don't want to hear these people speak English. Doesn't make sense. Don't do that. Subtitle it.
Oh yeah, because the whole thing was supposed to be in
Cherokee. Fine. Put it in Cherokee. I don't speak Cherokee. Who cares? But actually put it in subtitles so it makes it slightly more realistic, slightly more believable. I'm not having them speak in fucking American accents. It's so stupid. But one thing I will say for the movie, apparently the dog was an actual stray that they got from a rescue centre. Alright, yeah.
So, they didn't know any commands, and literally all the footage in the movie is what they could get. Which, I love that, because, it's a dog. I love dogs.
Yeah,
it's not a trained dog.
It's fine. For me, it's I'm more a cat person. But, I don't understand. You're allergic to cats? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. What was I going to say? I already put the... Alien Covenant as well. So what would you say is the best Alien film, did you say?
I think Resurrection's the best Alien film.
Over Alien 1? Over Alien, sorry.
Well, I would say Resurrection, Aliens, Alien 3, Alien 1. And then
You'd put Aliens 3 over Alien?
Yeah, I would. I think Alien 3 is fucking good. I think it's the director's cut, obviously, not the original.
Yeah.
But
I did not expect you to say that, my god. Fair enough. But then I suppose, so you're not into any comedy movies or anything like that?
No, I watch comedies, but
Freddy Got Fingered, the best comedy ever made.
Yes, yeah. The Backwoods Man.
It's just a piss take of giving somebody money and then just watching it burn on screen. It's fantastic.
Yeah, he made another movie, didn't he? That never got released.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah,
never ever seen the light of day.
It's hysterical because I remember me and my dad watched that when I was very, very young, and it came out. I would have been fucking 10 or 11 or something, and put on Freddy Got Fingered, and I was in tears, sore in the chest from laughing so much. Great, but I mean, a lot of people absolutely hate it. And I don't really get.
Oh no,
why.
it is trash, but it's good trash.
Yeah,
it's it's not like a movie I watched. I've watched it about 50 times. I watched it about a week ago. Bubble Boy. You seen Bubble Boy? I
don't think so. No.
You must have seen Bubble Boy. Not the original. There's two Bubble Boys. There's one with John Travolta.
Okay.
And there's one with not Spider-Man, not Mysterio, the other one. Regardless, there's a point in the movie where he has a mud fight with Stacy Keibler and Medeja.
Oh my god. Medeja was one of Scott Steiner's
freaks.
Yeah. Steiner was another person WCW that I didn't really understand, because it was when he split with Rick, which is a terrible storyline as well, because it went on for 15 hours. And then Chucky came out. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
When I almost feel obviously Steiner can wrestle, but I think after he and Rick split up, his wrestling kind of went downhill.
No, that's because he was a monster then. But the thing is, the problem with Steiner, is he was a star and they didn't want to treat him like a star. But Steiner won his first belt in like 2000.
Yeah.
He should have won a belt in 98.
Yeah, 100%. But I think it's...
Same with Booker. Booker won in 2000. He wasn't ready in 98.
I think that was the whole thing, was like in like shoot and kayfabe, that the whole point of the NWO was to keep Hogan on top.
Yeah, but that's business, isn't it?
yeah. But I mean, like that was the only reason eventually why they were there. When you get people that are like Scott Norton and Virgil and shit and fucking...
Yeah, Virgil. I like Scott Norton though, but Virgil.
I've never really got into like Scott Norton. Like I assume he was like IWGP champion, I think.
Yeah, his Japanese stuff is phenomenal, but
Yeah.
I like him squashing people. Just fucking big old clotheslines.
Yeah, but it's like the whole point of like all of it was just to keep Hogan on top, and then there was that. What was the name of that fucking? You'll know better than me. The Vince Russo shit. Where he said that fucking bald-headed bastard.
You mean Bash of the Beach?
Bash the Beach. That was it.
When Jeff Jarrett laid down.
Yeah, yes. It was like the second sort of like finger poke of doom type thing.
That was the work.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
100% it was the fucking work.
It was a work, but yeah. But I was gonna say, was there any guys from like WCW that you liked back then? Because I remember like seeing some of it, and I always had like
liked all of them.
all of them. I was like,
I like all of them. Literally, my favourite wrestlers, even to this day, like if I ignore Flair, because I still like Flair a lot, and he's still in that good group, but DDP was the coolest person I ever seen.
DDP was awesome,
right?
yeah.
The baggy, when he had the baggy, like, pleather trousers with the like lightning down the sides, so cool. Then Booker T was even cooler.
Yeah.
Kevin Nash is still cool as fuck. To this day.
You listened to his podcast with Sean Oliver?
No, I haven't. I stopped listening to podcasts because I'm trying not to like have noise in my ears.
Oh, okay.
But and then after that, like Goldberg's obviously still a fucking megastar. If you go down the card, I think Tank Abbott was gone by this point. I still love Tank Abbott. Like, he looked like a killer.
Yeah.
Are you telling me Ernest the Cat Miller wasn't a cool dude?
I liked his theme song, and I liked
his little dance.
And his little dance and shit. But I can't think of a single Ernest Cat Miller match that I'd want to watch.
No, but it doesn't matter because you like the guy.
I prefer Disco 100% more than Ernest.
I like Disco as well. I like Disco Duck when he was wearing the Lakers jersey and shit. The Filthy Animals, Ray,
Great.
Disco Duck, Conan, Tigress, Hoovy for a little bit.
Oh yeah, when we got Hooven.
I like Corporal Cajun. He was like
General Erection.
General Erection. It's then Captain Erection. Didn't make any sense.
Captain Erection for short. Yeah. Oh my god.
AWOL, who was the Wall, who became AWOL.
He was great. He was the person that Ken Shamrock beat to win the first TNA NWA title.
Was he?
Yeah. When Ken Shamrock won the first like NWA TNA belt, it was AWOL he beat, I think.
He beat Malice, didn't he?
It was Malice, not AWOL? I'm pretty sure Malice
was AWOL.
Was he? Yeah,
he was.
My God,
he was. In my head,
in my head as well. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, it was Malice,
Try to remember, but yeah, I remember like there was things though that Raven's fucking flock was terrible in WCW. Aside from one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, Perry Saturn. I think Perry Saturn's fucking money. I loved him when he was with Moppy. I loved him when he was with Terry Runnels and everything. But like, aside from Kidman and Saturn, like, fuck those guys. They were garbage. Aside from Lodi.
I like Lodi.
I like Lodi, yeah. Lodi's fine with the signs.
Lodi still does birthday parties.
Does he?
He does birthday parties where he turns up as a wrestler. How old is Lodi? He must be like 50.
He must be about 50, yeah. But I didn't like Sick Boy and Horace Hogan, and I was like...
Sick Boy? Wasn't Sick Boy, Buff Bagwell's tag partner?
I think he was, yeah. When they were like very, very... Yeah, earlier on. But I don't know.
American Males.
I just think, like I said it to you about Sting, like I always think, Raven's obviously one of my favourite wrestlers, one of your favourite wrestlers, so I just think if they'd given him the Sting spot, I don't know if it would work because Raven's usually a heel.
No, I honestly don't think it would have worked because it's a different time period. The thing is, like Raven's best period was in 2003, 2002 with Jeff Jarrett in TNA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he felt like a big deal coming in. Because not only did he come from WWE, but it almost felt like he was avenging his WWE run while he was coming in.
He was meant to do that 7 Deadly Sins thing in WWE.
I don't think that was ever anything. Because on this podcast, he keeps talking about it and he never does anything about it.
Hey,
that was years ago.
I suppose so, yeah. I mean, I always like it. Especially as well, you get James Mitchell as well as the best fucking manager of all time.
Raven, but Raven doesn't need a manager.
No. Raven doesn't need a manager, but it's just fine to have somebody. It's the same with Nick Gage doesn't need Dewey Donovan, but Dewey Donovan's one of the best managers ever because he doesn't talk.
Yeah,
he doesn't have to talk.
He needs a manager who doesn't talk.
Which is fine. But anyway, what was I going to say? But I'll close up here anyway. It's like nearly 1 o'clock. But I will see you on Sunday.
I know, yeah.
And then I'll get some VHSs and get a t-shirt or shit. But no, thanks for chatting to me tonight, man. So sorry I took so long to get back from fucking Halloween. But anyway, man. But yeah, but I'll cut off here. But
before you go, where are you staying on Sunday?
Me and Matty are staying in a Premier Inn.
Ah, okay. Yeah. A load of guys are staying at Discovery, and I wondered if everyone was staying at Discovery.
Staying safe. I don't know by the time when everybody's finished drinking where we'll actually be like sleeping. But we're booked in for a Premier Inn. I think it's like 10 minutes. How far away is the Discovery Inn from the venue?
It's next to the train station.
I think it's like 10 minutes. I'll be fine. We'll find out someone. We'll find out someone. Anyway, man. No, thanks very much for doing this, man. And I'll work this out and edit and everything. I'll have it up next week before Rise goes on to IWTV for the big return.
Yeah, I don't think that'll come on Friday. But yeah. I think that'll take a lot longer than Friday.
Yeah, no, I don't know why they've said that. They put themselves into a hole. Anyway, man, no, that's it. Anyway, thanks, man.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, thank you, man. Cheers, bye-bye.